Hiya and welcome to the James All Over Guitar channel, and this is vinyl video number 39 of bands, albums and artists that I love and inspire me. So this series is rolling on now. This is the 39th episode. There's plenty of else to check out on the channel. Another 20 albums from the collection. This is the first album. This is Joe Ely with Milkshake and Malt. Of course, wonderful Texas songwriter Joe Ely. This has got some great songs on it, like She Never Spoke Spanish to Me, Sucking a Big Bottle of Gin, Road Dog. I got a Road Dog on my mind, you know. Standing at the Big Hotel. Of course, features Jesse Guitar Taylor on lead guitar. Real cool Texas blues guitar player. Playing sort of country rock with Joe Ely, but nevertheless a wonderful player. So there we are. That's Joe Ely with Milkshakes and Malt. That's the first choice for today. Up next is a band my friend Tim got me into. This is Green on Red with Here Comes the Snakes. Of course, features Dan Stewart and Chuck Prophet. I've spoken about Chuck Prophet many times on this series, as well as Dan Stewart, showing solo albums by each, as well as Green on Red albums. There's some great stuff on this, like Rock and Roll Disease is on this, DT Blues, Keith Can't Read, Broken Radio is my favourite track on the record. And this is Here Comes the Snakes by Green on Red. As you can see, it's Green on Red. Chuck Prophet's solo albums are definitely worth checking out as well. This is the Maharishi Orchestra featuring John McLaughlin, the Inner Mountain Flame. Now, John McLaughlin is Jeff Beck's favourite guitar player. So that's what made me buy this album, really, was because if he's Jeff Beck's favourite guitar player, he must be good, and bloody hell, he's good. Sort of fusion-y jazz rock stuff on this record. You know, Billy Cobham on drums, Say No More, Meeting of the Spirit, Dawn, Awakening, You Know, You Know. Real nice sort of jazz rock fusion record with absolute stunning musicianship by all involved. So that's the Maharishi Orchestra featuring John McLaughlin. This is Robert Gordon and Link Wray with Fresh Fish Special. Robert Gordon, of course, is a wonderful rockabilly singer, and this album features the guitar legend Link Wray, The Way I Walk, Red Cadillac and a Black Moustache, Fire, which is the Bruce Springsteen song, which is a really good rock and roll song. All the rocking bands do Fire. Eddie Cochran's 20 Flight Rock, Sea Cruise, which of course Frankie Ford did, Lonesome Train, which the Johnny Bennett Trio did. So there we are. This is basically a rock and roll legend playing with a new rock and roll legend. You got Link Wray, you know, Rumble, Row-Eyed, etc. playing with Robert Gordon, the young Robert Gordon. You know, Robert Gordon is still going today, and there's some really good albums that he's done in his later career with the guitar player Chris Spedding. There's also Robert Gordon stuff which features Danny Gatton as well. This is Jason and the Scorchers with the I don't know how to pronounce that. F-E-R-V-O-R. Fever, I think it's called. But don't quote me, because I don't want to get it wrong. But of course, Jason Rindenberg and the boys, Absolutely Sweet Marie, Help There's a Fire, I Can't Help Myself, Hot Nights in Georgia, Pray for Me Mama, I'm a Gypsy Now, Harvest Moon, Both Sides of the Line, Warner Hodges on guitar, wonderful country rock guitar player, one of the best live bands I've ever seen them in Bristol, absolute knockout. Check out Jason and the Scorchers, who are still going today. And of course, Jason does some really nice solo albums, as does Warner, and he's also in Dan Bard from the Georgia Satellites band Home Medicine. So all that stuff is worth a look. This is Johnny Winter with Guitar Slinger. This is Johnny's Alligator stuff, so it's later stuff, but there's some just breathtaking guitar playing on this. It's My Life, Don't Take Advantage of Me, I Go Down Near My Coffee, which is like a Muddy Water sort of thing. Trick Bag, Mad Dog, Bootail, I Smelt Trouble, What You Gonna Do When the Lights Go Out. Excellent Johnny Winter. You know, I've shown a lot of his stuff, and I will continue to show all my Johnny Winter albums until I get through them all. Because why not? But the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This is the Into the Great Wide Open album, which features Learning to Fly, King of the Highway, Into the Great Wide Open. My personal favourite, Two Gunslingers, is on this. What else is on this? Out in the Cold, You and I Will Meet Again. Just a really good album, produced by Jeff Lane. So it's got a similar sort of sound to the later album, Full Moon Fever. And of course, Jeff Lane is a little bit of a genius, I think. And this is Tom Petty with the Full Moon Fever album. Up next, a bit of Muddy Water on Polydor. This is the album Bluesman. There's Muddy on the front with his Guild guitar. I Be Troubled, Rambling Kid Blues, Country Blues #1. This is early stuff. A track called Joe Turner, Rosalie, Country Blues #2. This is his early recordings from 1941 to 1942, the Library of Congress recordings. This is super early Muddy Water stuff, and it's a compilation on that Polydor Special label, which of course I believe is something to do with John Mayall, and they also released a J.B. Lenoir album on this label as well, with J.B.'s Grave on, which I've shown before on the vinyl videos. Don't ask me which number because I don't know, but there's some early Muddy Waters in a 60s Polydor compilation. Bit of Elmore James, who's now the king of the slide guitar. This is To Know a Man, Volume 1. You all know Elmore James, one of my all-time favourite singers and guitar players, slide guitar extraordinaire. This is on one of my favourite record labels, of course, the world-famous Blue Horizon label. There's some cool tracks on this. Hand in Hand, which is like, there's 4 takes live, Every Day I Have the Blues. A great version of It Hurts Me Too, a great version of Dust My Broom. Elmore James Jumps One. It's a bit of a compilation, there's a couple of false starts on it. Mean Mistreating Mama, Take 3. There's 3 takes of that on, yeah. There's a tape announcement, and then Sunnyland. It's produced by Bobby Robinson, it is, but of course it's Elmore James's music, and it's just a great compilation to get an insight into the mind of a true great, in my opinion. So there we are, there's Elmore James. Dave Edmunds, Repeat When Necessary. Of course, this is the album with Sweet Little Lisa on, which features Albert Lee's insane guitar solo. Other good tracks on this: Girl Talk, Calling from the Wreckage, Queen of Hearts, Nick Lowe on bass, Terry on drums, Billy Bremner on guitar, and Albert Lee on Sweet Little Lisa. Dave Edmunds, one of the true best Welsh rockers ever. And that's the Repeat When Necessary album. This is a must-have for any fans of rock and roll. Or, I mean, Edmunds, brilliant. Billy Bremner, brilliant. And Albert Lee as well. This is an interesting one. This is a band called Stud. And now Stud, okay, featured John Wilson and Richard McCracken, who was in Taste with Rory Gallagher. So this is the album they made after they left Taste. Sort of bluesy rock sort of stuff. And there's the Horse, like the Stud. Some cool tracks on this: Sail On, Turn Over the Pages, Harpo's Dead, Horizons. Bit proggy, bit bluesy. Jim Cregan on lead vocals and guitar. Bit bluesy, bit proggy, bit folky, but an interesting album. Not really Rory, but still an interesting thing for the fans of Rory because of that Taste connection. This is J.B. Hutto and the New Hawks. Of course, J.B. Hutto was famous for playing that A-line guitar that Jack White from the White Stripes played. Here he is doing Pretty Baby, New Hawk Walk, Soul Lover, I'm Leaving You. Real good blues. Nice slide in the vein of Elmore James and Hound Dog Taylor. And there he is on the back. And he's on the front with his Gibson, not using his A-line. But that's J.B. Hutto. Slipping and Slide. Excellent stuff. Compilation. This is the Blues Volume 2 on the Pie International label. We've shown Chuck Berry, Bo Diddley, Howlin' Wolf on this label. Volume 1 and 2 are great. There's some good stuff on this. 30 Days by Chuck Berry, John Lee Hooker, Sugar Mama, Evil by Howlin' Wolf, I'm a Man, Bo Diddley, Got My Mojo Working, Little Walter, Key to the Highway, Wee Wee Hours, Chuck Berry, 10 Years Ago, Buddy Guy, and personal favourite of mine, So Many Roads by the wonderful Otis Rush. Just a really nice blues compilation on the Pie International R&B series, and there's loads of stuff on there to check out. Tons and tons of it. Because it's like they come out on Chess in America and Pie R&B in the UK. This is quite a nice John Lee Hooker album. Bit of an 80s compilation called Do the Boogie. It's like sort of rare John Lee Hooker tracks. Stomp Boogie, Black Man Blues, Helpless Blues, Morning Blues, Roll, Roll, House Rent Boogie, which is a personal favourite, Decoration Day Blues, Do the Boogie. I just love John Lee on his own with an acoustic guitar. You know, the feel and the emotion he puts into his music is just wonderful. And that's Do the Boogie by John Lee Hooker, and it's a 80s compilation, because you can see he's there with his Gibson, and that's when he was playing with the band sort of thing, and not using his arch-top guitars. But the Roy Buchanan now, this is Roy Buchanan with his Les Paul phase, You're Not Alone. I prefer Roy with a Telecaster, but listening to him with a Les Paul is cool. The opening, Miles from Earth, Turn the Stone. He does Neil Young's Down by the River on this, Supernova, You're Not Alone. Of course, he plays Telecaster on this record as well. And there's a friend of mine in America, Jojo Bayliss, has that very gold top Les Paul now, which is pretty cool, and he's posted lots of photos online about it. But I'm a big Roy Buchanan fan. I love the way he plays and the feel and emotion he puts into his guitar playing. And that's the You're Not Alone album. This is a cool Nils Hoffman album. This is Crooked Line. This is a later Nils Hoffman album. Neil Young is on this, and it came out in 1992. A Child Could Tell, Blue Skies, Misery, Crooked Line, Walk on Me Someday, Drunken Driver, I'll Fight for You. And Neil Young's a guest on it, so I bought there as a Neil Young related thing. Of course, Nils played with Neil on After the Gold Rush, Tonight albums, etc. But Nils is also in Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band, and he's a wonderful guitar player in his own right. I've seen him at the Park and Day Theatre in Treorchy, and what a great gig it was. But this Crooked Line album is definitely worth a look. Sort of country, folky, rocky, you know the sort of vein it's going to be in. Tennessee Ernie Ford, 16 Tons, a capital compilation. My all-time favourite Tennessee Ernie Ford song is Shotgun Boogie. Also, I love Catfish Boogie, Smoky Mountain Boogie, and of course Blackberry Boogie. Great swing boogie-woogie guitar. Lap steel by the wonderful Tennessee Ernie Ford. There's not much more you can say about it other than that. Also, of course, he does the Merle Travis song, 16 Tons, which is like a world-famous song everybody's done. But as I say, my favourites are Blackberry Boogie, Smoky Mountain Boogie, but my all-time favourite, one of my all-time favourite songs ever, period, or ever, is by Shotgun Boogie by Tennessee Ernie Ford. Bit more blues, Big Joe Williams. This is Tough Times on the Oriole label. There's Big Joe there, there's some good stuff on this. Sloppy Drunk Blues, Yo-Yo Blues, Brother James, Shake Your Boogie, the Vitamin A Blues, She Left Me a Mule to Ride. There's a wonderful video on YouTube, right, of Ry Cooder doing Sloppy Drunk Blues with an old K guitar, because he did, there's like an Oriole Records tribute on YouTube. Oh, it's amazing. So check out Big Joe and check out Ry Cooder doing Sloppy Drunk, because you won't be disappointed. This is Muddy Waters with I'm Ready, which of course features Johnny Winter and James Cotton. Yeah, sorry, Johnny Winter and Walter Horton on this one. Pinetop Perkins on piano, Jimmy Rogers on guitar, Willie Big Eyes Smith on drums. James Cotton is on the Hard Again album. And this is the I'm Ready album. I'm Ready, 33 Years, Oochie Coochie Man, Screaming and Crying, Good Morning Little Schoolgirl. Muddy Waters and Johnny Winter. Again, there's footage on YouTube. Definitely check it out. This is the I'm Ready album. And last but not least, it's sort of a folky album. This is It's a Beautiful Day on CBS. Sort of a folk rock sort of thing. Some really nice tracks on this. White Bird, Hot Summer Day, Wasted Union Blues, Bulgaria, Time Is. And I'm not sure of any of the people on here, as in what they've done since and before. But it's a nice sort of folk rock album on the CBS label. So there we are. There's another 20 albums. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers!